Are you wasting your energy and time and perhaps someone else's? Hi, this is Michael with Viral Funding Solutions. I wanted to quickly make this video not to be aggressive or negative, more of a tough love that I know you need. And this goes to speak for those who perhaps have all of the information they need to take that next step into the application, the next part of the underwriting, at the final underwriting, and then closing, getting the funding, and even perhaps before starting an application. But let's say you filled out the questionnaire form on my site, or we've spoken and I've given you the option and options whether you can qualify for them or not. And everything is there for you, all answers, all questions I've already answered, and just everything is already there on a platter for you to get started. But you may be hesitant, you may still be fearful, which I've already addressed these things, but you're going back and forth. Perhaps you're shopping around, trying to find something with the lowest rates, the longest terms, and it doesn't make sense. What I'm showing you is what does. And a lot of individuals, they get put off when they hear, well, I didn't want 3 months, I didn't want 8 months, I didn't want 12 months, I wanted something with 3+ years. Well, you don't have the profitability, you can't qualify for those services. And even when you do, does it really make sense to take that? Well, I didn't want a monthly, bi-weekly, weekly, daily repayment. Well, everybody starts somewhere. And I made a video on this, I'll try to link you to down below, on the types of a repayment and what to expect. But enough of this creating friction and resistance, this pull, tug of war. I'm not wanting to get involved with that. When I show you something, it is legitimate. And I work with the best lenders and underwriters. And if you have questions, it's okay to ask them for clarity and more. But when you keep coming back, hammering it, I'm already asking for the documents. You replied back to me in an email saying, why am I sending you another email? Well, I sent you this one about a week ago, and I followed up about 2 to 3 more times. Where have you been? Well, it would be easy if I could just get a little bit of money to get started or continue going. Well, you haven't fixed the diagnosis. Perhaps you don't know exactly that because I've yet to fill out that questionnaire and or reach back out to you, which is okay. But when you have all of the information you need to make that decision to start and move forward, and you haven't yet, what are you doing? You got to look back and think, what is my diagnosis? Not fixing the actual symptoms, because I get people, for example, every day who will come back and apply without me even knowing because we didn't speak again, but they think they're eligible when I've already communicated with them in the past what they need to get done, what do they need to take care of. Stop this whole, I'm going to apply again, and it doesn't work, especially when I've spoken to you and I've told you multiple times that it doesn't work that way. This is what you need to fix. Don't mask it. If I have back pain and I'm using some type of quick fix, a spray that doesn't exactly penetrate through, lower the inflammation correctly, you're just masking the pain for it to come back up again. So it's not me being frustrated or being mad or upset. You just need to hear it this way because I get a lot of this and I'm a patient person. But to a point, I have to ask myself, am I devoting too much energy and time to this person? I'm going to cut it off. And so you have to get a better understanding that if I don't qualify for something, I have all my emails right here and I get people who go back, well, if I would have had this, I woulda, shoulda, coulda. If I show you what you need to do, will you actually take action on it? Well, it's not getting a loan, so why should I take action on building business credit, or why should I take action on getting access to business credit cards if it's going to take me about a month or 2 to do this and report? Well, that's bad if you're thinking that way. You're thinking of a short-term fix, and I get you may need money right away to get started, but there are other ways, conventional, non-conventional, and I'll show you these, but it's up to you now to decide, should I? Do I want to take action on that? And don't come back to me and complain and bring up all of these other issues that I have already addressed, and there's no issues that need to be brought to me. Get started, get in. I'll show you how it all works. More than happy to do it. But don't come to me with that. I don't know what to do. After you've been given everything, and I can't understand, like I said, if I haven't reached out to you fully yet, that's one part of the equation. But when you have everything, you've been served on a platter, you've been taken care of personally in business, how will you react? Would it be trying to butt heads, which I rarely ever do? It's just friction sometimes with individuals who create it. And it's just like, there's no need. I sent you that email. I followed up with you correctly. I didn't hassle you. I didn't pressure you. It's on you now to make sure you take that next step. I'm waiting for the documents. You haven't sent them to me. I've asked for feedback because the underwriter asked for it. I needed to reach out to you as well from the lender. Where are you? Well, I got busy, Michael. You don't understand this. Yes, I do. I run multiple businesses. So I get what it means to be busy and productive. But I make time for something that is important. If it were important enough for you, what would you do? You would take action on it. Okay, so that'll end everything in this video. I can go deeper and make it painful, like as in, if it doesn't hurt you enough, it won't cause you to make a change in that kind of way. So find out what the actual problem, deeper problems are. Don't just mask it over the symptoms. Find a diagnosis, which is what I'm here to do. And if it doesn't mean you can get funding right now, if you can't even get funding at the most amount that you wanted with the best terms, the best rates, the whole world, everything given to you on an oyster to start with, what do? You begin with what you can get. If the benefit exceeds the repayment, you come back and get more funding. You can add bridge funding. You get an SBA loan, add bridge funding on top of that. You didn't get all the SBA loan you wanted, well, we can get some more over time. Well, we can look at getting you alternative funding like this. We can look at going for the business credit route, credit line hybrid on top of that, another way, an angel investor, venture capitalist, etc. But you don't just stop and unplug because you heard something that you did not like. I can tell you all of the emails and all the people who say something and they do another. Don't be that person. I'm still waiting on people's documentation. I'm still waiting for them to start something. This is why I don't always take a phone call. When people expect me to get on a call just to be the guy who gives you the information, I get you want that. Whether you're going to go and apply now, maybe never, or maybe in the future. This is why I do a lot of things via email, because it reduces that, not the word struggle, but and the word friction, but the energy and time. I have systems and processes that I explain and I break down, especially in my new Business Funding Mastery Academy course that I'll leave you to down below in the description, as well as a questionnaire form to fill out to get in touch if you haven't filled that out. So that's what I want to leave you with, just a little bit of tough love, nothing negative or aggressive, mean. I'm not angry, frustrated. It's just we all have an expectation, and sometimes we have to lower our expectations to come back up. A lot of us are already up here and it makes sense, but others, hey, well, why can't we get the funding? Because we're not actually understanding of what our actual options are. Are we limited? Are we not? If we're not limited, how do we look at this? Boom, bada boom, bada bing, done. Go apply, done. I'll follow up with you, underwriting, boom, final closing, boom. Here's what we need, boom. Next step, boom, done. But if you're just, I didn't get the most that I wanted, I didn't get the best rates, I'm gonna go shop around. Guess what? You won't always get that. The odds of you going elsewhere to do that are very minimal. And it depends on the service, again, that I show you. That's one part. But don't be shopping around like that. You don't know who you're giving your information to. If it's being abused. There's people who have that happen to them. Credit eligibility scores they don't meet. They've been submitting applications, especially to the same lender. They don't understand what they're doing, why they're getting declined, what they don't need to fix, what they do need to fix. That's why you speak to a business loan broker, an expert who knows their stuff. But until you have everything, this will really hit home once you have it all. All the puzzle pieces are together, whether you can qualify for this option or not. I'll show you. Boom, boom, boom. Where do I go? Where's my roadmap? Where do I start? Where do I move? Boom, boom, boom. Boom, done. In and out. So that's everything from myself. Look down below in the description. Talk to you soon.